Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
I am Marco Jakian, President of the Connecticut State Colleges and Universities. On behalf of the CSCU system, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to all of this year's graduates. I know that this isn't the graduation you envisioned when you first walked through your institution's doors. Instead of a packed space filled with your friends, families, and classmates, you are home, practicing social distancing and helping to keep not only yourself, but also your community healthy and safe. I know that when you started your studies, you couldn't have imagined that midway through your final semester, a global pandemic would force your campus to abruptly close, forcing you from a campus that has become a home to so many of you. Yet through this difficult time, you have grown both as people and as students. You adapted quickly to a completely new way of learning, and you put in the hard work necessary to complete your degree. And while we may not be able to celebrate in person with the pomp and circumstance you so richly deserve, what you have achieved is even more special because you did it in such trying times in an unprecedented academic year. You did it. And in the process, many of you discovered passions that will translate into fruitful careers. All of you expanded your horizons by challenging yourselves, thinking critically, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and embracing creativity. I have no doubt that it made you a better educated, more well-rounded version of yourself. You have shown that it is today's students and graduates that are the change agents for the future and the next generation of leaders. So whether today is the beginning of the next step in your academic journey, or you're planning on entering or continuing in the workforce, or if you have other plans entirely, know that you have made the CSCU system and the state of Connecticut, by extension, very, very proud. So congratulations to the class of 2020. I can't wait to see the great things you will accomplish.
Good afternoon. I am Cheryl Devonish, CEO of Norwalk Community College, and I welcome you to our virtual commencement ceremony. I'd also like to welcome and thank the NCC faculty and staff who are all participating virtually. I know these last 3 months have been difficult for us all, but despite the current pandemic, you have all gone above and beyond to make sure that we continue to meet the needs of our students, especially our 2020 graduates. I'd also like to thank members of the NCC Foundation Board, The Norwalk Community College Foundation plays an instrumental role in the success of our students and our college. This last year, the foundation provided over $3 million to support NCC student scholarships. And in the last 3 months alone, the foundation raised and awarded over $43,000 to provide emergency aid and resources to students during the COVID-19 pandemic. And so NCC faculty, staff, and our foundation, I thank you for your commitment and your support. Now I'd like to give a very special welcome to our 2020 graduates, because after all, today is your day and we are here to congratulate you for all of your successes. Class of 2020, you will be recognized as the most resilient graduates in modern day history. You have managed to stay the course and complete this academic year by overcoming some of the most difficult circumstances. And for many of you, those difficult circumstances were not limited to the impact of COVID-19. During your time at NCC, many of you have had to balance your responsibilities as a student while being a parent, a caregiver, and sometimes working a full-time job at a local business. Nonetheless, you persisted. And you may have made it here today after 2 years at NCC, or maybe 4, or perhaps even 7. But that does not matter. What matters most is that you persisted. So today, we are going to celebrate you. It's hard to believe that today, on this occasion, we are unable to celebrate in person. It would be an understatement to say, this is not what I envisioned for your special day. And I had a very clear vision of what this day would look like. Because quiet as it is kept, I am a dreamer, a daydreamer. Now, this is not something I go around shouting from the rooftops. Quite the contrary. I've always been reluctant to share this information. You see, I used to believe that being a dreamer meant that you were naive, or maybe even a little bit of a slacker, because after all, who has time to get caught up in all of these lofty daydreams? Also, being a dreamer didn't seem to align well with my professional training as an attorney. See, attorneys, we're not supposed to be dreamers. We're supposed to be pragmatic and realist. People often believe that attorneys have no interest in daydreams. Unless, of course, those daydreams were caused by a defective medication, which was prescribed by a negligent doctor. Now, those daydreams will definitely get the attention of some attorneys. But that is how I used to think. Now I have come to accept the fact that I am a die-hard dreamer. You see, a little over a year ago, I started dreaming of your commencement day. And I know you have also been dreaming of and planning for this day. This year, your graduating class spans the ages of 17 to 77. So I know many of you began dreaming of today long before I did. And my vision for today was not based on what a typical commencement ceremony would look like. It would be different and it would be special. It would be special because it was built on the unique hurdles and triumphs that led you all to this very moment. My vision included a packed arena with your loved ones looking on in admiration. And it included NCC faculty and staff seeing you in your cap and gown and being overwhelmed by gratitude, because they recognize that they have learned just as much from you as you have learned from them. Now, I know when you dreamt of this day, you did not imagine it like this. Watching me on a video from your home, we were supposed to be together, shaking hands, giving hugs, and taking pictures. In sync, you would all proudly move your tassel from right to the left, symbolizing your transition from candidate to graduate and NCC alum. I imagine this day being filled with hope and pride as I stood before you as the first woman and first person of color to ever lead Norwalk Community College. I would have had the privilege to award degrees to a graduating class that reflects the amazing diversity of our country. Because class of 2020, you represent over 58 countries and 72 languages, and 54% of you are the first in your family to ever attend and graduate college. What I did not imagine was this day being such a significant milestone, arriving on the heels of a pandemic and several events that have forced us to confront the reality that we live in a society where those who look like me or some of your fellow classmates are denied an opportunity to live and dream freely. But despite these sad and frustrating realities, I remain hopeful because no matter where or what platform we choose to celebrate, I knew that your achievement today would be an example of the true power and purpose of a community. You made it to this day with the help and support of a community that extends beyond your parents, your spouse, your children. Today, so many of us share in your successes. Perhaps it was a friend who sent an encouraging text or meme just when you needed it most, or a faculty member who reached out when they didn't see you in class. Or maybe it was a counselor who encouraged you to and actually walked you over to a student club so that you could meet someone new with similar interests. Or perhaps you were fortunate to receive a scholarship thanks to an anonymous donor who wanted to make sure that you wouldn't have to take on those additional hours to pay your tuition. Our community extends to all of those people that you met along the way, who stood in the gaps when you thought that dream of finishing your degree or starting your own business was an impossible dream to achieve. And now that you have come to the end of your NCC journey, you should be proud of your accomplishments and proud of your community. Because together, we are an example of what happens when a community commits to providing resources, opportunities, support, and most importantly, what happens when we expect greatness from every student and every graduate in our community. Now, I know this may sound a little cliche, and I'm sure somewhere there's a virtual commencement being uploaded right now by a private, well-known college that they brought in a celebrity alum to share remarks about how they expect great things from their graduates because of who their parents are or perhaps what zip code they live in. But this is where my sentiments and my message differs. I am expecting greatness from you because you have demonstrated that greatness during your time at NCC. I see the greatness in the way that you have embraced the diversity that exists among you. I see the greatness in the 14 veterans and active duty military members graduating today. I see the greatness in those of you who are single parents raising children while attending school. And I see the greatness in the 19 of you who really wanted to show off. And so today you are graduating with your high school diploma and your associate's degree. And perhaps there is no better indication of just how great you are than your persistence and resilience through this COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the disruption of COVID-19, 15% of you are graduating today with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. That 15% includes this year's recipients of the Norwalk Community College Presidential Award for Academic Excellence. This year, I am honored to recognize our 2 recipients who are receiving the Presidential Award for Academic Excellence. And the awards go to Jessica Duraco and Shiloh Martin Adam. Jessica and Shiloh have both earned a perfect 4.0 GPA, and they deserve the highest praise for this special accomplishments. Jessica, Shiloh, and all of our NCC graduates, you have made us NCC proud. At this time, I'd like to recognize this year's recipient of the Distinguished Service Award. This year, I am happy to present the award to Project Search. Established in 1996, Project Search is a 1-year employment preparation program dedicated to individuals with disabilities. Project Search students receive a combination of classroom instruction and job skills training by working in offices across our campus. By partnering with Project Search, NCC has provided Project Search students an opportunity to increase their independence, confidence, and the ability to explore a variety of career paths and ultimately secure employment. And I was fortunate to have the opportunity to sit down with our Project Search students, and I was able to thank them for the many ways in which they have contributed to our college. And during my time with them, I was also inspired by their determination and the many ways they continue to pursue their dreams, just like our class of 2020 graduates. And so congratulations, Project Search, and again, congratulations to our class of 2020 graduates.
Project Search is an international program with over 800 sites across 6 continents. The Project Search model provides students with disabilities the opportunity to participate in 3 10-week internships across 1 business host site. The students receive support from Norwalk Public Schools staff: Erica Dellin, special education instructor; Lisa Oren, social worker; Mitsa Katsiotis, speech pathologist; Erica Sawyer, job coach; Jessica Ireland, transition coordinator; and Samantha Rhodes, employment specialist from Ability Beyond Disabilities, our partnered community resource provider.
Project Search allows students to gain interpersonal and soft skills needed to be successful in a variety of jobs. It allows our students to gain a variety of experiences in different areas of work so that they can learn their likes and dislikes in regards to vocation.
We are very fortunate that Norwalk Community College has allowed Norwalk Public Schools Project Search to be part of their community.
Thank you, Norwalk Community College, for all you have given our students over the past 2 years. We look forward to our continued partnership.
Thank you, NCC, for welcoming us into your community. I really enjoyed my experience on campus.
Just wanted to say thank you to Norwalk Community College for providing us with wonderful internship opportunities.
Shout out to Lars, Joey, Mike, and the rest of the maintenance department. Your support has meant so much to us at Project Search.
I want to personally thank the East and West Cav staff, Carlos, Glenda, Chris, and Elvis, for helping me learn how to independently use a cash register.
I want to give a shout out to Courtney and the amazing student workers in the food pantry. They helped me improve my customer service skills.
I want to thank the supervisors and NCC staff for all of your support. With your help, our interns have blossomed into incredible employees, and we are so grateful for the valuable lessons you've taught each and every one of them throughout their internships.
It has been so exciting to see how much the interns have grown throughout their experiences on NCC's campus.
As the transition social worker, I help prepare our students for the real world. And I want to say thank you to all the Norwalk Community College job site supervisors and staff, as you are the real world. Thank you for supporting Project Search and our interns, helping them to learn and practice specific job tasks and to develop interpersonal and soft skills they'll surely use in their future employment. Your patience and encouragement have been indispensable assets in this process. And to the general NCC staff and students, thank you so much for making us feel welcome and a part of this community. The daily interactions have helped our interns feel comfortable socially as they navigate this stage of their personal and professional growth.
I'm grateful for being part of the program. It really helped me become more independent using public transportation, and it helped me gather more information working.
In addition to my Project Search experience, I'm grateful for the opportunity to also take classes on campus. My professors have gone above and beyond in order to help me find success.
Really going to miss NCC and being around campus.
Thank you so much for the awesome Project Search staff. All of your hard work has helped me feel better, prepared for the future.
Thank you, Norwalk Community College, for welcoming Project Search on campus. The Project Search staff would like to thank everyone for giving the interns an opportunity like no other. The next steps for the interns upon graduation is working with Ability Beyond. Ability Beyond is a local nonprofit that offers numerous programs and services, including job training and placement. The interns will find meaningful employment in the community and will be able to apply what they learned this year on the job. All the interns have a bright future ahead of them. Thank you again for an amazing year and have a great summer.
As Project Search instructor, I'd like to let you know how truly grateful I am for everyone's role, big and small, in the success of this year's program. We could not do this transformational work without your partnership. On behalf of all of us at Project Search, staff and interns, we want to let you know how proud we are of the class of 2020. You made it, pandemic and all. Remember, tough times don't last, tough people do. Go do big things. You got this. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so proud of you and all that you have accomplished. It is my pleasure to introduce our next three speakers. First, you will hear from Andre Aiken, class of 2016 and this year's recipient of our Distinguished Alumni Award. Followed by two of your classmates. First, Gerlina Philogene, graduating with a degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, transferring to the University of Connecticut after spending a year in Germany where she'll be learning the language and the culture. Gordon Hansen, graduating with a degree in General Studies, transferring to Columbia University where he will be studying economics and statistics. Graduates, congratulations. We are NCC proud of you.
Hey everybody, for those who don't know me, my name is Andre Aiken and I graduated NCC with an associate's degree in exercise science back in 2016. I just want to say thank you so much for awarding me with the Distinguished Alumni Award. I'm very happy, very grateful, and very honored to be receiving the award. Ever since I graduated NCC back in 2016, I've become a best-selling Kindle author. I've written 2 books. I've become an F45 coach at 2 different locations. I've worked with a wide range of people, from people dealing with injuries to the elderly population to athletes to even firefighters. I have my own personal training and online fitness business. And to top it all off, I am currently an adjunct professor at NCC. So for the class of 2020, I want to congratulate you and tell you that I am very, very proud of you. But most of all, I want you to be proud of yourself. Anyone can go to college, but it takes a certain type of someone to actually graduate college, you know? I remember back when I was in your shoes, going through my journey at NCC, and I would run into my peers and I would tell them that I'm going to NCC, and they would tell me that they're going to this university or that university. And when I told them where I was at the time, they would look at me like a charity case, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. And I would look at them sideways. And I would think to myself, you know what? They're right. There is nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, there's something right with that. You save yourself a whole lot of debt. You have a bunch of experiences that you probably wouldn't have had if you went straight to the 4-year school. You catapult yourself into a better position to go into the 4-year school that you probably wouldn't have gotten into back in high school. And to top it all off, you make connections here and you make connections over there at the school of your choice or at the workplace of your choice, whatever you want. Meanwhile, they could be burying themselves in debt for a temporary boost in social status for a degree that they may or may not use. So who's the charity case here? You know, I'm just saying all that to say that this is your journey, yours alone. I want you guys to enjoy the obstacles and have them mold you and turn you into a stronger, better version of yourself. You know, enjoy the pain, enjoy the obstacles, enjoy the ups and downs. They're going to mold you into a better individual. And most of all, I want you guys to be proud of yourself because I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Gerlina Philogene, NCC's Service Learning Club's president, Career Success Club's co-president, Student Government's senator, and student worker for Career Development and Experiential Learning Center. I know this is not how we imagine spending our final moments here at Norwalk Community College, but I am grateful to be standing here today to remind us all of what it means to be NCC proud. Many of us, despite our backgrounds, are the first in our family to attend and now complete college. Whether you attended college full-time or part-time, working 2 or more jobs, raising a family, or just finding how to balance between your everyday life with your education, I am here to say that I am proud of you. We have faced hardships, yet we continue to make the most of it. I want you all to take a moment to remember your time here at Norwalk Community College. Remember your hardworking professors and advisors who have strived to seek your excellence. Remember all of the resources that were offered to you here at Norwalk Community College to make your success achievable, such as the NCC Foundation, the Food Pantry, the Tutoring Center, and the Writing Center. And finally, I want you all to take a moment to remember all of the friends and the family that you had made here at Norwalk Community College. So now, COVID class of 2020, when you go for that interview, continue your education, or even finding yourself with the crowd facing their backs against you, remember that if you did not let COVID stop you from getting this degree, you will not let anything and anyone stop you from your own success. So I say to you, accept these challenges because it will only prove how much stronger we all are. Engineers, nurses, businessmen and women, math wizards, prominent honors, and everyone in between. Give yourselves a round of applause because this is what it means to be NCC proud. Thank you.
Hello to the graduates of the class of 2020, family, and friends. Under normal circumstances, hundreds of us would gather together in person to celebrate this milestone in our academic journey. While the coronavirus outbreak may have changed how this occasion is celebrated, it cannot change why we're all gathered here today. All of us have worked hard to reach this point, and this should be acknowledged. You may be asking yourself, why am I speaking to all of you today? And I only have one explanation. I simply said yes when asked. By saying yes to opportunity over and over again, I have found success. In fact, this powerful three-letter word has brought many of us our success to date. Many of us said yes to studying that extra hour after getting off of work. Many of us said yes to being both a student and a parent. Many of us said yes to returning to school. And many of us said yes to being the first in our families to graduate from college. The important thing is that we continue to say yes to the opportunities in front of us as we enter the workforce or continue with our education. Thank you to the NCC administration, faculty, and staff for saying yes to all of us during our time here. Thank you to NCC for being an incubator for success, and thank you to the NCC Foundation for being its catalyst. Thank you to my family and to my mentor Joe for your endless support. Congratulations to NCC's class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. On behalf of the Norwalk Community College Foundation, I'd like to congratulate all of you for your accomplishments and on receiving your degree. You overcame substantial challenges to finish your semester, and those traits that got you to where you are today will help carry you far so that you can achieve all your goals in life. We wish you the best. We hope you keep in touch with us in the future, and congratulations.
Greetings. My name is Matt Fleury, and I am privileged to serve as the chair of the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education. On behalf of the entire board, I'm honored and delighted to extend our heartfelt congratulations to you on your marvelous achievement. The celebration is happening in a different format than we would have hoped for or planned. Indeed, the final months towards commencement for you have been much different than you would have hoped for or planned. And nevertheless, here you are, celebrating commencement in a year that will go down in history. The heart and resilience that you demonstrated in reaching this moment are truly extraordinary. You have had to call upon your internal resources to rise to a moment of challenge, the likes of which you perhaps would have never contemplated. Those around you perhaps have asked more of you at a time when you had little left to give in the final strokes of an academic degree. In other instances, you may have had to ask those around you for extra support when they were under duress. Your circle of support, your fellow students, your faculty and staff, your families and friends, all together share this achievement with you at its center. It is the heart and resolve that brought you to this moment that our society so greatly will need today and in the months and years ahead. And we're so grateful and proud and confident that you will be there at the vanguard to carry us forward. We'd like to recognize all of those who share this achievement with you and were part of it. And most of all, we'd like to thank and congratulate you. Congratulations.
That concludes the first part of our ceremony. Now, select the link that corresponds to your program of studies and hear your name announced as a 2020 Norwalk Community College graduate.